Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Welcome. Hold on just a second. Some of the people in my Patreon class have been asking, where has your cup been? Where has your coffee been? We enjoy having coffee with you. So here you go, you guys. Well, anyway, welcome. Today I'm going to answer a couple quick questions that I've had from somebody on both my Patreon class and in my Facebook groups and here on YouTube. A couple of these questions have been asked by Penny, and I'm going to start out by answering Penny's question for my Patreon class. So she's a member of the Patreon class for the Silhouette group. They get 5 or 4 classes a month. They're 1 hour long. They're live. We have so much fun, especially before and after class, because we really get to know each other, ask each other questions, and just gab. There are people from all over the world. We have people from the UK, we have people from Australia, people from the US, obviously, all parts of the US. So it's really a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get to business. So if you look over here at my Patreon page, I am showing the way it looks for me since I'm the developer of it. There are different posts that I post every single week. So if you'll notice this one right here that I'm going to highlight, notice what it says. It says it's the pre-class Silhouette software pre-class. So when you click on that to open it, you'll notice that it gives you the information about the class coming up the next day. It gives you the information of where to click to join our live class. And this is just available on that Saturday. This is just the link that works then. So you'll need to, get this from your, and it comes to your email as well, or you can come here to Patreon and get it. But you'll need to go there to join the live class. Now this live class was held on August 2nd, Saturday. They're held every Saturday morning at 10. So if you're not able to make one of the classes, what you can do then is watch the recorded version of it. So you'll no longer be able to click on Join Zoom Meeting, this one. That won't work anymore. What you'll have to do is go back into the posts and find the one that's numbered the same, so class number 12, and this was class number 12. Notice this one is pre-class or before class info, and this one is the video link to the class that I recorded for you. So then you would just go edit that or view that. And here's the information that you need. It talks about a little bit about the class. It has a link to the video so that you can go and watch it. And it tells you to remember to join us at our private Facebook group and also any other information that we have there. So sometimes I want to tell you, if you go back to the posts, the published ones, say like I go way back to the one on the 8th maybe, or it was class number 8. Okay, here's class number 8, the pre-class. If we view that, this is what I'm saying also. Sometimes I have extra information for you on these pre-classes. For example, this tells you 3 different images that I want you to download. So you'll have these available because we work along together. Lots of people bring like a laptop and a phone, or a laptop and an iPad or computer, blah, blah, to have 2 devices so that they're able to watch the class on one while they work with me and ask questions on the other. And it's a lot of fun, and I really think it's a good learning opportunity. Anyway, enough of this. Just remember that there's a pre-class, which gives you the information before class, including the link to get into the classroom. That won't work after the class has been held. What you'll need to do next is go to the same number class, but look for video. And then you'll see the video to the recorded class. So I hope that helps for that. The next thing that Penny had a question about was about our Silhouette software. She's noticed that when I draw a shape, so I come over here to the left-hand side and I draw a shape, that automatically I can start manipulating that shape. Here's another one. Draw this shape, draw a star, come over here, and automatically I can begin to manipulate that star right away however I'd like, right? But hers is different. When she draws a star or whatever, and she tries to click and do something to it, it automatically draws another star. That's all about the preferences. Let me show you. Let me delete these. Let's go up here to edit and edit, whoopsie, edit preferences, and over here to tools. And I'll show you how I have mine set up. You may like to try yours like this as well. So I went to tools. Now notice what it says right here, action after tool use. So for the first one here, after creating a shape, I said I wanted to go to choose select. And that's what happens when I make one shape, it goes back to the selection tool, which is this arrow up here. The same thing happens when I say after drawing freehand, it's going to go back to choose shape. Let me change after creating a shape. Right now mine is choose select. If I change it back to continue drawing shapes and I hit apply and OK, now watch what happens when I make a shape. Let's say I bring that same star out and I draw the star and I want to manipulate it with using some of these areas right here. Okay, I'm able to do that, but if I want to do something else, every time I click, I keep getting a new shape. So watch again. Let's choose, let me delete, oh, can't delete. I've got to go back to the shape tool, grab everything and delete it. So let's go back here and get another shape. How about this guy? So if I draw him and then click off, I just keep drawing more of them. I can manipulate this guy, but once I click off, I'm into making another one. So if I wanted to move this shape, I can't really just grab it and move it because I'm still on the shape tool. I'm not on the select arrow. Okay, when I get to the select arrow, then I can move these guys all around. So that's how I like mine to be set up. So again, let's go back to edit, preferences, tools. After creating a shape, I want it to go automatically back to the choose select tool. Okay, so after drawing freehand, I have choose select. Let's check it out. Let's see how this is. So here's the freehand tool. I'm going to draw some freehand line. And mine automatically goes back to the select tool. Let's try a different one. Okay, it's going to automatically, as soon as I let go, watch over there on the left-hand side in the tools. It's going to go from the little pencil-looking thing back up to the arrow. Pink, right like that. So I can move this guy around however I like. On the other hand, if I come up here to edit, preferences, and tools, and I change the after drawing freehand back to continue drawing freehand, right there, and I say apply and OK. When I draw, I'm going to draw that same little thing I like to do. Whoops, made a mess. Oh well. All right, so now if I want to move him or do something, notice that the pencil is still on my mouse. Notice that? So I can't do anything other than draw another figure. If I wanted to move one of these, I have to manually come up here to this select tool, and then I can select them and move them, or select them and delete them. But again, that's not how I like mine. So I'm going to come back to edit, preferences, and tools, and I'm going to change this back to choose select. Now, for the eraser, I leave that on continue using the eraser, because when I start erasing, I probably am going to do a little tiny bit at a time and then continue on like that. For the knife tool, I have it back to choose select. For the after zoom, I have it to choose select. Let me just show you the knife tool really quickly So we'll say apply and OK. So I'm going to draw a shape. And I'm going to use the knife tool. And you know, this is really fun, y'all. Have you noticed all of these things that you can do up here? I'm going to come up here to the top. And instead of just drawing a straight line across with the knife tool, I'm going to draw a dovetail. So watch this. Okay, how cool is this? Isn't that neat? I love this. You can make really fancy borders for things. Come to the knife tool again and come up here, and instead of doing the dovetail, maybe I want to do the, I want to do a wave. I'll just do a wave. See what happens with this. Look at this. How cool is that, right? Now, since I have this selected that after I use the knife tool, it automatically jumps back to the select tool, I can easily drag these apart. It's kind of a fun Easter egg. I probably need to get rid of that little piece. Okay, and one last thing, we can just come to the knife tool and we can just do a straight knife cut if we want to. Just straight. And I'll just go straight down here. And that's going to cut all those pieces apart. And again, I can just do this because I have it go back to the select tool. So just let me quickly show you what it would be like if I didn't have it going back to the select tool. I need to come back up here one more time to edit, preferences. I go to tools, and if I change the knife tool so that it stays at the knife tool, continue using the knife tool, and I'm going to draw a circle again. I'll just kind of do the same thing. I'll come to the knife tool. This time I'm going to do the square, I guess, instead of the dovetail. I'm going to draw straight across here. Okay, that's done, but look, my knife is still attached. So if I try to grab that away, I can't. I hit Control Z on my keyboard. What I need to do if I wanted to take these apart is to physically bring my mouse up here to the select tool, and then I can select and take these apart. So again, if I select the knife tool, and this time I use this, and maybe I want to do the serrated one, I'll do a triangle. Could do this triangle like that. And again, before I can drag these pieces apart, I have to manually come up here to the select tool and select it, and I can drag them apart. One last one. Let's come to the knife tool. This time, just for fun, let's go to the curve. I don't even recall what happens with that one, so let's see. Oh, you know what this is? It's going to let me curve it however I want, like this. Every time I click, it adds a point where I can. Okay, then I double click when I'm done. Okay, that's been cut all apart. These are some little tiny pieces right here that I probably wouldn't want to cut apart. But again, I can't move these apart. The select tool has not been selected. I need to manually come up and select it, and I can drag all these pieces apart like this. So that's it. You can see how easy it is to use this as something like a slice tool. So again, just to refresh your memory, if you want to change your tools, and I'm going to change my knife one back, you come up here to Edit, Preferences, Tools, and I want my knife tool to go back to choosing Select after I use it. So again, I have the first one, which is creating a shape. I have it go back to Choose Select. For drawing freehand, I like mine back to choosing Select. For the eraser, I continue using the eraser. And then for both the knife and the zoom, I have Choose Select. Okay, I hope that helps you, Penny. And while we're here, I wanted to show you one more thing. If you go to my website, pattyannsplace.com, and click on it, you'll come to this. And while you're here for a few seconds, I wanted you to look around for a moment. First of all, if you go to the About section, you'll learn all about why I do what I do. I used to be a teacher, and you may or may not be interested in that. The other thing is we do have a library of free files that we're starting to add more and more to. If you go to the library of free files and click on this, you'll notice that you'll come to this which says it is a password protected site. All you have to do is join our newsletter and you will be able to get the password immediately. So all you do then is click in here and type in the password and say submit. And whoop, I must have typed it in incorrectly. Let me try that again. Okay. I think I did it. Okay, there we go. And these are the few files that we have right now, but they're really super cute. Okay. These are SVG files that you can use in your Cricut machine or in your Silhouette Cameo. This one is super cute, as I think I've mentioned before, and he's already downloading just like that, a zip file. But what I really love about this guy right here is if you make him as a robot and you make him the reflective material, he would be perfect to put on the back of a kid's backpack so that they're easily seen in the early morning hours when they're going to school. I thought this one was super cute also. This one I have already done. I think you may have seen a video of it, and I did do it in some reflective vinyl as well. And this one too. I must be really onto that reflective vinyl for some reason. As a matter of fact, I've got a really exciting thing coming up for y'all on Auntie Tay's channel that's going to be using her reflective vinyl, and I think you're really going to like it, so stay tuned for that. Let's see, what else have we got here? There's also a way that you can sign up for the newsletter, and that usually pops up as well, and you'd be eligible to get the newsletter, which is going to have tips for you. Maybe come out once a week, once every other week, with a new tip for you on using your Silhouette software, whether you're using it for your Cricut machine or your Silhouette. So I hope you'll join me over here at my website as well so that you can sign up for the newsletter and be informed of when new and exciting things are coming out right to your email box. I'm looking forward to being able to tell you as soon as I know that the Silhouette 4 comes out, in case you're interested and want to take a peek at that. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, or maybe in the Patreon classes on Saturday mornings. We have a really good time from 9:30 till 10 before class starts, and then after class. But during class, we're all about the business of learning what we want to learn about how to use our machines. So again, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.